Hi guys. Okay, so this is now my 10 skincare products that I will always repurchase. This again was also kind of a tough one, but I'll try and explain the logic behind it, sort of. Actually, maybe this wasn't as difficult as the makeup. Okay, anyways, duh. All right. So the first product is the CLARISONIC. I love this thing. I've had this now for about 4 years. I noticed a huge difference in my skin. You know, it's not like I packed my face with a lot of makeup. I certainly wear makeup for sure. And even stuff when it looks like I'm not wearing makeup, I'm probably wearing a heck of a lot of makeup to make it look like that. So, so I thought, you know, I do a pretty good job of cleansing my skin, but nothing like this. This is sort of, it really helped with my pores. It didn't get rid of them. I don't know what can. You know, it just loses some elasticity, so some of those pores are just going to stretch out, but it definitely did help with the pores. You know, it sloughs off the dead skin. It's not really an exfoliator, but I did find that that it did do a good job of sort of exfoliating. It really is more of a deep cleansing. So your products penetrate better, your skin turns over better. I mean, it's just got a lot of great things about it. It's sort of a life changer. Is it a bit of an investment? Yeah. I mean, mind you, they have these little Mias now, which I'm sure are totally fine and they totally do the trick. So I don't know if you have to invest in one of these. I got the CLARISONIC Pro, but again, this was like, you know, 4 years ago, maybe even longer. And I would never, ever be without it. If this broke down, which I've never had a single problem with it, ever. Nothing's gone like wonky on me or anything. I would definitely repurchase it. I would splurge and buy it over and over again, but I think it would probably last, you know, like a good decade or longer. And I do replace the brushes. Mind you, I only use it once a day instead of twice a day, so I don't need to replace it every 3 months. It kind of depends. I will say this. I went for a time without using this for a little bit, I think because I was just so into a different product that I will show you in a second. And my skin looked great, but then when I used this again, it was like, woof! So, you know, this really is worth every single penny. I've used different heads. I've used the sensitive for a really long time, and then I've used the deep pore. Didn't feel it irritated my skin at all. I didn't really, you know, in fact, I didn't really notice that much of a difference. I didn't feel like it was like super deep pore cleaning either. So I think any of the brushes are fine. It's definitely a must-have for me. So there's that. In conjunction with that, it's my foaming cleanser. I will always have one of these foaming cleansers, either the Benefiance one or this one. The Benefiance I use in the wintertime because I need that little bit of moisture, but mostly throughout the year I use this one. It's the white Lucent. It's supposed to be a whitening, brightening thing. I don't notice it brightening or whitening at all. I just like it for the scent. All of them foam exactly the same. This just has a really good scent. This on top of that, in the shower, I use that together, and oh, probably because my pores are already a little bit open, I use just like a tiny, like not even half a dime size. I kind of put it on my palm, I sort of do this and then use it, and my skin just looks really fantastic right out of the shower. Oh my gosh, I've got another bit of a runny nose. Hold on a sec, guys. Oh, now I'm going to be Rudolph. Yeah, it's a little bit right there, so don't mind that. So those two would always, again, I've said this many times, I've used one of these for like 20 years or something. So there's that. The next thing has to be Tatcha. Tatcha's Rice Polish Enzyme Powder. I've got the gentle one. I haven't really used anything but the gentle. This is the most amazing exfoliating product that uses like a powder, or like not really a granule, because I can't even say it's a granule. It is like, you know, I got so many comments about Tatcha. It's one of the lines that I get the most comments about on videos that don't even deal with Tatcha at all. The feedback is so amazing, and they always choose this product, and I understand why. This is honestly probably my favorite product in the entire line, which is that's a huge thing, because all of the products are so gorgeous and beautiful. If you've ever tried it, it's very luxurious, very gorgeous. But with this, it's like you put the powder, you mix it in with water, and it almost turns into a cream. It's like so creamy, so silky. The texture of it is so beautiful. You know, you sort of wash it on the face, you know, rub it on the face, and then you wash it, and your skin is so radiant. It really is like a face polish, but in the most gentlest way. I just can't even imagine anything being more gentle and more effective out there. The scent is beautiful, the texture is beautiful. It really is unlike any other type of powder form. Like, I've compared that to the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant. It also comes in a little powder form. That to me is so rough now compared to this. And yet the job that this does is so amazing. I mean, I really can't rave enough about it, and I could go on and on and on, and it would be its own video. But so many of you already know what I'm talking about. This is the product to get if you don't want to do the sampler, which to me, it's brilliant to have that. Every company should have a sample set, for sure. But if you don't want to for some odd reason, if you're just sort of curious and you want to try one product in the line, this is it. Hands down. You will be so blown away. Yeah. Anyway, so there's that. Can I go on and on and on? The other exfoliator, because, you know, exfoliating is really, really important. It is just like, you know, you want your cells to turn over. I use a lot of products that are about cellular turnover, or collagen producing, whether it's my CE Ferulic, which I will talk about as well, whether it's a retin-A, any of those things. You want to slough off the dead skin, and plus you just want that new skin coming up in a really easy way. You don't want it to be blocked with dead skin all the time, so you want to slough that off. But I don't like using chemicals and acids. Over time, they can thin out your skin. People have different philosophies about that. I have a great sort of skincare person that I trust, and you know, and then I've read research on it that it can start to thin out the skin, and I don't want that. You know, I want to have fat, juicy skin. So I like going the route of enzymes or something really, really gentle, and not doing the glycolic and the acids all the time. I might do that once a month, maybe once or twice a week, once or twice a month or something. So the other one is the VIVA Amaze Gel. This is so amazing. It really is like a gel. I'm almost done. It's all natural products. It's super silky, it's super jelly. You put it on a dry face. The Tatcha you mix with water. This is on a dry face, and you slough it around, and you will start getting like little rice kernels almost of all of your dead skin. And you just slough that away, and you rinse that away, and it's just amazing. Like, I like that tactile feeling where I can see that sucker. It's like, wow. And again, I have tested this. I have exfoliated beforehand and then used that, and I won't get all of that dry skin flaking off because it's already gone, because I thought maybe it's a bit of a gimmick. So I know that it works, because it doesn't do that all the time. It's only when there's dead skin there. So love that. Oh my god, my battery's gonna die yet again. Okay, the next would be what I would do is put on CE Ferulic. I have spoken about this way too much. It deserves all the accolades. There's video, there's full-blown video on it, and please do your own research and read about this. There's just so much stuff written about this, not just my word, other people's words, dermatologists' words, plastic surgeons' words, I mean everybody's words. So there's that. And so I would do that next, and then the next would be oils. I don't care what oil you use. I think oils are, like, for me, they are a must-have. I don't really do creams anymore. I do all oils. And again, it doesn't matter what it is. I've got 3 here because they're different price points, because I thought I would sort of show it all, because you know, like, I don't have any judgments. I'll take you all. I'll take the luxurious, I'll take the, you know, the inexpensive. I'll take it all because they're all fantastic. So if you want luxury, pure luxury, I have a whole video, so I'm not going to speak about this, but Tatcha, look at that packaging, look at that beautifulness. It's so gorgeous. The smell is beyond divine. Oh my god. Wow. The gold flecks in there. Now that is luxury. It's camellia oil. Again, I've done a video, so I'm not going to go too much about that. Then the midline I just discovered is this CAUDALIE Divine Oil. There's a video on that, so I'm not going to do too much with that. Gorgeous. And then lastly, my staple, just straight argan oil. This is a mixture of a few different oils. The other one is a camellia oil. This is just straight up argan oil, and this is at like a lower price point. I use them all in conjunction. It just depends the mood that I'm in, the fragrance that I want. You know, some of it's aromatherapy as well. So any of those, for those of you who have acne-prone skin, you know, problematic skin, you think it's counterintuitive to use an oil on what you think is already oily skin because you're breaking out. But it actually makes sense to use oils because those creams you're using, they have oils. They just add a lot of other things that create that cream texture, which are more things that you could be irritated by. So those irritants will flame up, whereas a straight oil, because it's already in a cream, it's just a purer form. It moisturizes you properly. I don't have acneic skin. This is just material that I've come across through the years, feedback that I've heard. If you have that type of skin, please Google it yourself. I am not an esthetician or a skincare expert. This is just stuff that I've come across. So if that is your skin type, I would, like, if that was my skin type, I would be like researching that sucker till all kingdom come. So there's definitely a wealth of information out there. So look on that. The next would be my 2 eye creams. Bio Performance, Shiseido. That, my day eye cream. Love, love, love it. I've used it for a decade, longer than a decade, I think, maybe 15 years, I mean, who knows. The next would be my night, which is the Shiseido Benefiance. This is the last of when I started hoarding, when I knew they reformulated this, somebody told me. So I grabbed like 4 or 5 of them. This is my last one, and then I'll go into the new formulation because, quite frankly, when I actually did try, like, test out the new formulation, it's just as thick and emollient and rich, so I think I'll love that just as much. So I'm not nervous that this is my last one. So that's my night. And then lastly, the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. This is my 2nd bottle. I mean, I love this. It's so multi-purpose. When my makeup has been all day and I have to run out and do something else, but I don't want to take it off and put it all back on, I just, well, it livens it up again. It smells amazing. There are times when I will use a product to moisturize, and that particular day I feel like, oh, it's not, I still feel a little bit dry. I just have those off days, whether I'm hormonal, it's that time of the month, you know, all that sort of stuff. And I will use that for just that extra little bit of hydration. I'll do it before I go to bed. I just use it multi-purpose. It's used for so many different things. I use it just to calm myself down because it smells so beautiful, and I just, you know, sit there doing that. On my legs, I've used it when my legs look a little bit scaly, but I don't want to have that moisturizer or oil effect because it's so hot out, and I don't want to have that stickiness in my sheets and in my bed. Because I don't like that feeling of having that sticky, creamy oil mixed in with sweat, and then it just gets even sort of gummier and grosser. But I need my legs to be moisturized. I'll just spritz that on my leg, a couple of spritz, because, you know, this stuff is like gold. So I don't want to like use it all over my body. It really is for my face, but I'll do that sometimes on my legs, and it moisturizes that. I mean, it's just all purpose, and it's gorgeous. So I think that's my 10. I could have added so many things, but that is like, if I was to ever do without, I would go bonkers. So hopefully you found that helpful. Again, if you always, you know, have any questions, I will do my best to try and answer them. You know, sometimes it takes a couple of days, but sometimes it takes a couple of weeks for me to get back to you, but I will always try. And again, you know, please do your own research. Just don't take my word for it. Some of these are pricey. I just don't want you to take my word. I want you to, you know, maybe there's somebody out there that goes, you know what, I tried it and it wasn't that great for my skin because I have more this type of skin and more that type of skin. There's all variables. So anyways, I hope you found that helpful, and I will talk to you soon.